this season. Kilroy rated a great chance of being named in the second State of Origin side, blew that chance when he arrived late for club training on Saturday night. With Kilroy axed and skipper Pat Shepperson sidelined with injury, Brothers slumped to a surprise defeat at the hands of Redcliffe yesterday afternoon. The match was watched by Queensland selector Bert Quinn, who almost certainly was there to check on Kilroy and Fullerton Smith. But Kilroy wasn't even at the ground.
I just went down the coast Saturday night, couldn't be bothered.
Could that get you into trouble with the club because they expected you to play reserve grade, didn't it?
Well, I found out, yeah, I just got informed that we won't play here today, and that was it.
Kilroy has faced criticism in the past for his occasional lack of dedication to training, but recently he's been in scintillating form and has shown on his day he's unstoppable. How far he'll go now is surely up to him.
Missing yesterday's game, do you think you've now missed your chance of playing for Queensland at all this year?
Yeah, kiss it permanently, Pat.
So you've given up all hopes of ever playing representative football again?
When it comes to an Origin series, yeah.
Kilroy hopes to be able to sit down and heal the rift with Strudwick soon, but for the moment the 24-year-old is disillusioned.
I don't think I've been taken serious, you know, so I just think, oh, well, people are going to keep picking me as just a reserve specialist to slot in whenever someone pulls out in teams that are just, you know, that aren't up to the Origin series standard. Well, mate, I've had a gutful.
Kilroy talked to Brothers coach Ross Strudwick, and it would appear they've sorted things out.
Strudwick's meeting with Kilroy were not the actions of a desperate man. All Struddy wanted to do was clear the air once and for all. After the two had spoke for about 30 minutes, it was smiles all round, and the confusion over what has been happening between the two parties became much clearer. According to Struddy, the whole affair has been exaggerated.
Things have been printed that shouldn't have been printed. Like if I say to Joe, Jesus, you know, what are you doing here, Jay? You know, you should be in a better job than this. You wouldn't expect that to be printed, would you? Right. And things like that have just been printed, okay? Where they shouldn't have been, and things have just got a little bit out of hand, and they shouldn't. And the sooner we get Joe on the paddock, the better off Brothers are going to be, the better off I'm going to be, and I know it's going to be better off for the players down there. Because we need Jay to win games, and hey, Jay doesn't mind playing football, so, you know, there's really not a problem.
Do you mind playing football for Brothers, Joe?
Oh, no, it's not that. It's, you know, it's just a whole lot of little things, just
That's a lot of personal things that, you know, that can't be
talked about.
Yeah, Joe's got to sort them out.
I've got personal problems of my own at home, you know, club, whatever, but it's just an accumulation of all these things coming together.
A breakdown in communication between the two sides. That's been the problem. And according to Strudwick, a relatively minor one if you look at the problems of other Brisbane clubs.
You know, you just talk about other clubs. You know, Brian Needling going to be dropped at Redcliffe, and Rossi Hendricks dropped this week at Valleys. You've got East coach who hasn't turned up for 3 games, an A-grade coach. You've got Wayne Bennett who's coaching all around the state rather than turning up to South's training. You've got Des Morris who already has lost 1 State of Origin and the National Pasonic Cup, but none of these have come to highlight. Yet just little things like Joe Kilroy turning up for later training and being dropped for that game has become of national importance, and it seems to be highlighted just only at Valleys, at Brothers. And I think the media could do us all a favour and go and have a look at a couple of other clubs.
For more than just Queensland's rugby league benefit, it's now hoped the Kilroy saga has finally been settled, because it has been affecting the entire Brothers A-grade team. Last weekend, for instance, they were expected to account for the poor-performing Redcliffe combination. They didn't, and lost the match 22 points to 18, and with it 2 valuable premiership points. This weekend, Brothers take on a vastly depleted Winner Manly